Surprise, surprise, England has invaded Scotland once again. And look at them. They're absolutely rearing to go. They're absolutely desperate to taste some Scottish blood. Look at these guys. But what you can see here is 2 lines of English riflemen. We've even got artillery. We've got officers. And these guys are going to be holding the line. We've also got a couple of rows of cavalry out the front here. And these guys are going to be charging down the Scottish Highland Clansmen who were peacefully farming away in their fields when they saw the English invaders. They've put down their farming tools, they've picked up their spears, their shields, and their swords, and the devils in kilts are ready for the fight of their life. As you can see, half of them were still actually farming their fields, but the Scots do not care that they are outmanned and under-equipped. They don't even have their own muskets. They are going to charge in regardless, and they're going to give the English the fight of their life. And before you ask, yes, I am a Scot, and therefore this is going to be incredibly biased, and I don't even care, so get over it. However, what you can see is that the English do start with a crippling advantage here. Let's find out what the Scots can do, and away we go. So first volleys, the cavalry is going in, and oh, the first Scottish clansmen are getting chopped down, but the horses are going flying and getting shot. In fact, that horse has just been team killed so hard. Let's see, we got the cannons, we got the linesmen, the horses, the cavalry look like they're down. We've got a cannon aiming down the Scottish clansman right here. Let's see who he's gonna shoot. If he takes a shot in there, he's gonna do a lot of damage. Oh, he barely did any damage, actually. That was a little bit underwhelming. Let's see if the Scottish farmers can get in. It looks like they're only just going to get in. How much damage are they going to be able to do? This is exactly where the Scots want the English. They're on their reload. They do have bayonets, but they're on their reload. And now we're in hand-to-hand combat. We got swords against muskets. The officers, the English officers, though, doing some pretty good work to keep them at arm's length. And now we've just got the Scottish pikemen. And as you can see, quite a lot of English riflemen left. English musketmen, rather. But I'll tell you what, actually, incredibly, the Scots, I think that they've just got an advantage just in close. Oh, in fact, actually, I'm not even... This wasn't even supposed to be this biased. That was legitimately not supposed to happen. If I press tab here, you can see how much of an advantage the English had there. They had 82 people and 37,000 points. I actually was like planning for the English to win this one so I could carry on the campaign. That wasn't even me being biased. The Scots did just win that. Okay, so it looks like the Scots have somehow managed to defend their homeland with barely any people, but just a lot of testosterone and a lot of anger. Having been pushed back by the Scottish, the English are now resupplying, and once again, you can see that they are itching for battle. We have 4 columns moving up, including English musketmen, cavalry, and also artillery. And these guys are crossing a strategic position to get into Scotland's heartland, which is, of course, as you can see, a very narrow and vulnerable point. And as a result, the trees are speaking Gaelic. That's right, the Scottish are once again resorting to guerrilla warfare. They have caught them at this choke point, and they are going to be attacking from every which side. But they are now even fewer in numbers with this small guerrilla strike force, but they do have them surrounded from every single side, and the English are completely unprepared and caught off guard. Can the Scottish manage to disrupt this advance, or are the English going to get the foothold that they need to suppress the Scots? Well, we are about to find out. But Jesus, even these guys are just, they're really desperate for blood. All right, and away we go. Cavalry has spotted the invading Scots down the back. Cavalry is moving into intercept and has all just... Okay, that's not quite how cavalry works, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, let's see how the front is doing. Cavalry is intercepted. Okay, so if the English can keep the Scots at arm's length like this, it's gonna be really advantageous for their muskets and for their officers because they can kill them at range. But as soon as the Scots get up close and personal, then they're gonna win, because if the Scots can get in under their gun line with their hand-to-hand combat, then they're gonna have the advantage. But okay, it was actually a slaughter. As much as I hate to see it, also, and look how awkwardly this guy's looking. He's looking at the ground. He does not want to look up the kilt of this true Scot. If you're not from Scotland, you might not know, but there is a rule. Nothing under your kilt. You go kilt, you go commando. That is all. That is it. All right, the English took that one and then some, and they have managed to get a foothold, or at the very least, an entrance into Scotland. Let's see where this campaign goes. So the English managed to get themselves a foothold, and as you can see, they are camped up, and they're actually ready for a fight. The Scots believed that they were ambushing them. They thought they were going to catch them sleeping and or off guard, but as you can see, they are up. They are in line formations. They have a crossfire. They've got their cannons set up. Their officers are ready for the fight. Now, one of the reasons that the Scots decided to ambush is because the auxiliary cavalry were actually out doing a scouting party, and therefore were cut off and far away from the main troop. However, little did the Scottish clansmen know that these were the ones that actually found their ambush in the first place, and they actually set up their very own counter ambush. So they are going to be hiding in the side of the battle down here, and the English are already set up, and the Scots do not have the drop on the English like they think they do. However, the Scots did bring some pikemen because they were getting rolled by the cavalry every single battle. They've decided that it was about time to invest in some long pointy sticks. I know, we're talking about cutting edge technology, quite literally cutting edge technology. And we once again have more elite modern soldiers with their wooden shields and pointy sticks. Not to mention the wooden axes. God, these guys are ahead of their time. I'm so proud to be Scottish. But what they lack in organization and technology, they more than make up for in pure testosterone and fury. These guys have balls of steel, and you're about to see why. Okay, here we go. We've got the Scots charging up into the gun line. Let's see how many of them survive. Oh my god! This guy made it all the way in, and he's gone ham. Look, that's what I'm talking about. They don't have the technology, but they've got balls of fury, and they have actually got in and destroyed that first line here. But what you can see is that half of these guys are dead, and they've only taken out one of the British lines. They have two more lines of infantry, and that's without the cavalry even getting the flank off. The cavalry is going to be going in against the pikemen, which probably isn't where they want to be, but the numbers are just overwhelming by this point. In fact, actually, I'll tell you what, the Scottish clansmen did a lot better than I was expecting them to, but I don't imagine these pikemen are going to have a very good time here. Yep, that was a cannonball to the face, and we have this cannon rolling up to take another shot, but let's see. Actually, it looks like these cavalry have dealt with the pikemen even on their own. So that ambush did not quite go to plan for the Scots, and that is why the Scots do not do open pitch battle, because they are going to lose. Let's revert to guerrilla warfare. After losing a pitch battle against the English, the Scots have reverted back to some guerrilla warfare. It is now winter. The battles have slowed down. It is completely freezing in Scotland. The English are holding out in a really heavily fortified town. You can see they have got sentries everywhere. Sentries on the roofs of buildings. Sentries at every single checkpoint that is going to be coming into the town. Here as well, they've even got sentries either side of the bridge and the other side coming in. This is a very, very, very fortified English town with eyes on every single position. And what are the chances that these clansmen in kilts are gonna invade during winter? Well, that's exactly what's happened. These Scottish clansmen have clambered up the river here during the dead of winter, up a frozen river, all whilst being completely commando. And they have managed to sneak into this town unnoticed. Now, these guys, their one objective here is to eliminate a top-ranking English officer. If these guys can fight their way through this entire town of defenses, which I might add is not very likely, and kill this officer unit who is currently having a meeting for some reason out in the freezing cold, then the Scots are going to begin to take a decisive lead in this war and push back the English invaders. So let's find out, can these Scottish clansmen in their kilts, can they kill the officer? Let's find out. Alright, away we go. Let's see. Okay, initial volleys have not been very favorable for the Scots. Let's see how the rest of them can do. They've got to catch these guys out whilst they're on the reload. However, I will say the officer unit has been a little bit over ambitious here and has actually got into the fight, which is very dangerous. If this guy goes down, then the Scots are gonna win it. But it does not look like the Scots have managed to pull it off. They've run out of steam, and I think they've only got... Where's their last unit? Where's the last Scottish unit? Is he round here somewhere? Oh, yes, he is. Oh, there's a couple more round here. Oh, that was actually really close. It looks like the English officer actually almost cut himself down. But there we go. The English have managed to beat the Scots once again. And just like that, another Scottish rebellion is put down, and the English have once again taken control of our glorious nation. It's sad to see, but it's the reality we live in. That was some totally accurate battle simulator. That was the Jacobite Revolution. Thank you very much for watching that Tabs gameplay. If you want to see more of this kind of thing, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on those bell notifications. Also, also, don't forget to leave a like and a comment if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, because it really helps the channel growth, because we are still a very small channel. And finally, if you want to see my last tabs battle, there'll be a card in the top right corner of the screen which will take you back to that. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you again next time.